Is that pictures of the farm now?
Right now, Thursday.
Yeah, I thought maybe you went up there.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Nobody there?
Nope.
I guess Bill says all he lives on is venison. Rank's gone. Some poofalls are gone. So he's got the hunting to himself.
Right.
What'd you think of the song?
Oh, it was very touching. I ain't supposed to cry though. Too tough.
Huh? you don't want to. You don't want to cry.
Well, that's what I was taught. Quit being a baby. But it was very nice. It was very touching. And of course, I love my farm. Not as much as I love my kids, but I love my farm. I was a king there. I was far enough off the road that people left me alone.
Right.
And if they didn't, they got told to go. But very nice song.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much.
The other boys was involved with that as well.
Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
All of them. I think.
I just put it together,
Okay.
but it was everyone's memories.
I tried to make sure my boys were good people. They were men.
You think they made the cake?
They definitely passed.
I think they did.
That was my whole goal in life, that my boys were good men when they were men. Nothing else mattered.
You did it.
You did a good job, Dad.
Because I seen too many people that acted the other way.
Right.
I don't approve. I'm very proud of all of them today. And of course, the children and the great-grandchildren and the great-great-grandchildren. I'm very pleased.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see them more, but life gets that way.
Right.
We ended up in 3 states, so it's not impossible. But it's, when I grew up, we just run to the Calloused or Joanne's, or everybody was in Monroe County pretty much.
Right.
You just run to the other house and call them up, say come over for dinner or whatever. You got to see everybody more. Bob was the only one that had to travel 4 hours, but you got to see everybody all the time. It's different now. We're in 3 states, so that's the way it is. But I'm glad you guys get together every few months and see each other. That's important to me, that you guys want to be together.
Right.
And I try to stay out of your business. I don't. I just try to stay out of your business. I don't mingle or tell you what to do or anything else. That's not the way it should be. After you raised them, you're done. I will say one sentence and they can do what they want with it, but I don't tell them what they're gonna do.
Right.
So, life is good. You gotta appreciate what is, and quit demanding more. You know, if you have the luxuries of you're not warm, you're not cold, you're not freezing, you're not sleeping on the ground, you gotta appreciate the good things there is. And like you fought for the war and all that stuff, but you know, it's Randy went to Korea and he didn't have running water. When he got back, he appreciated running water. He didn't understand that there's people who don't have it.
Right.
So,
There was so much going on this weekend. You had a message for Joe and Randy. What's today?
oh, they had on TV this morning that today is the birthday, 250 years of the Army of the
Right.
United States. I knew you'd know it, but it was on TV this morning. They were in Washington, D.C. celebrating.
Right.
We thought of you boys.
250 years is quite a while.
Giovanni and Scott and you and Randy.
Yeah.
So, we have the greatest country in the world, and appreciate that. You have to understand what it is and the luxuries you have. In other countries, you can't own a gun, and if you do, you have to go to a certain place to get it, to use it, if you can get it. The guns ain't the problem, it's the people that got them.
Right.
It's a freedom that I enjoy, shooting, and I used to hunt when I could walk and run, but not anymore. My arms don't work, I can't put the gun up. It won't go up. So,
Right.
it used to be being out there, I can't let it go.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just the way it is. We had an ample supply of whitetails on the farm. I'll never forget the year I got to hunt with all 5 of you. That was memorable. I think it was Jamie's first year, and he's down there shooting, going bang. And it was 20 seconds and bang, and it was 30 seconds and bang. So finally I walked down there. He had more than one. He said, you gotta take my buck. I said, take your own buck. No, I got 2 of them. Oh, that'll do it. I'll take the other one. Must have got buck fever. I don't know. They weren't that far away, and he wasn't hitting them, but they wouldn't run. I can only assume they were twins. And 18 months old. But anyway, it's just one memory. You shot that deer that come off the hill, and it was all white. Didn't have any horns. It was a buck. It was a runt. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was rare. How many times we let it go because we thought it was a doe. You know, it's a little doe. Get it out of here. And I don't know if he was good for the breeding or not. It's not something you want reproducing.
Right.
He had some age on him when you got him. But Scott shot that one. He was standing by Murlock's fence. The dugway shot the back legs right up and under. Of course, you couldn't go anywhere. She couldn't get up.
Right.
Oh, just some of them I remember.
Yeah, lots of boys, lots of years.
Yeah. And of course, we loved venison steak. I told them people at the Minnesota store that my kids would go down to the freezer and get a package of steaks for a snack, and they're like, "What did you say?" I said I didn't care because it wasn't chocolate or fudge or something else.
Right.
They can eat steak if they want. I don't care. It's just easier that way. It isn't going to hurt you. It could be a whole lot worse things you could be eating. We always raised pigs. We butchered pigs every year. We always had a beef. So we didn't go without on the meat department. He's not loaded down with fish too much.
So what'd you think of that video and the music?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very touching.
Very.
I'm glad I did something right.
You did a lot of things right.
Yes. You did a lot of things right. Look how they turned out, despite us.
I'm very proud of it.
Oh my goodness.
And it was a pretty good place for boys to grow up. You could keep busy so they wasn't in trouble. They had a lot of fresh air and they had something to do. They had other freedoms. They could go somewhere if they wanted to. But I taught them how to work. I seen people turn 20 that didn't know how to work and had no intention of working.
Right.
I get a job and I get paid. That's all that's necessary. They weren't there to work. They were there to get paid.
Yeah. That was a pretty common point that all the brothers made was the work ethic.
Yeah.
Every one of them said it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be where they're at if they didn't. You know, even working at a fast food or anything was a step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sometimes I was too hard, but it was for your benefit. It wasn't for me. I wanted you to learn the right direction.
Right. Every one of us appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, I worked in that Minnesota Walmart, and this kid was out of high school. Come in, punched in, leaned against the wall. There, I'm getting paid. I said, what are you doing? I punched in, I'm getting paid. I said, what's your job? Oh. He had no intention of doing anything. I punched in, I'm getting paid. That's all that matters. And I'm like, ooh. I'd have come unglued if I'd had more authority. But I didn't, so I told him a few things and walked away. That's total disrespect. You got a job there, back it up. Yeah, well.
What do you want to say to all the boys?
Love you all. I'm very proud of every one of you. And thank you. I like being acknowledged. It's very, very meaningful to me. Thank you very much.
Would you hug him if you was in
Yeah.
front of him?
Yep.
No punch here.
I don't
Nice
punch.
knowing you.
I don't punch him on the arm. I always hug him.
Yeah, always hug him.
That's a line in the song.
Yeah. A man has got to be gentle as well as strong. There's times all you got is to be gentle. Whether it's a woman or the babies or the kids or...
Look how big them hands are. And you are gentle. You're gentle. Look at that.
You gotta do it right. Try to. You make mistakes. But you gotta do it right.
Am I still your little tiny?
Yeah. You're my little girl. You're the only one I got. You and Naitiri.
Yep. You got more girls.
There's more girls.
Yep.
Finally.
Finally.
When Lexi grew up, I didn't get to see her much.
And Paige. And Kaya.
Well, no, yeah.
We had some birthed ones and we had some chosen ones.
Yeah.
And they're all lovely.
Oh, yeah. I think a great deal of them.
I know it.
And all of Royce's kids, I don't mean to
All of Royce's.
say it wrong.
Yes, all them babies. Those were chosen babies. And a birthed baby.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's got a daughter. But
Who?
Royce,
Yes, he does. Little Cypress. And Aiden. And Ezra.
I'll never forget Cypress and Naitiri talking. Naitiri said, "Are you old enough to talk? Can you talk to me?"
Cypress was
It was just so cute. Oh,
almost
I can
2.
talk, you know.
Yes, I can talk.
And I'm holding it, you know. This is just
Are
perfect.
you old enough to talk?
And they're
Yes.
both doing this back and forth.
Right.
Oh, I'm big enough. You know.
They're almost the same age.
Yeah,
year apart.
I think
Yeah.
she's a year older, but you know, she was being polite about it. She wasn't trying to hurt her or anything, but
I thought
it was all I could do to hold it in. I wanted to laugh and get in on it, and I just left them alone because they wasn't hurting each other. You
Right.
know, they were communicating. So it was fine. But it was just cute. Little girls are different than little boys.
Yeah, they are.
I didn't know it till Nightiri, how much different, how much different they are. Alice told me they were different from day one. Of course, I didn't know it because I never had a baby girl in my house.
Right.
And they are. They set different. They talk different. They think different. Which is very, very meaningful. But I was never around a little girl.
That's Jamie's fault.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jamie is what's supposed to be and what is might not be the same.
What's supposed to be and what is not the same. We're not going to trade you guys in. We're keeping you.
But well, it is what it is.
Right.
I told Grandma it's her fault. She wouldn't let me leave the light on.
Right.
I can't see the banner.
Oh.
And now that's on the internet.
Thank you so much, Royce. Can't you edit some things out?
It was a live feed.
Oh, yay. Well, I'm sorry, everybody, that didn't take that too kindly, but that's what happened.
I'm still funny.
Your live feed, Royce. Edit it.
I hope they're old enough to hear it.
Goodness.
It'll be all right. All right. Any last words? I'm going to shut it down.
No, I love my family a great deal.
We do.
And we love you.
And we love you too.
A great deal. A lot. All the time.
All the time. Oh, we forgot to tell them that. When we pray for our entire, by name.
We pray for the kids when
If we
thank God for the food. We pray for the children or
grandchildren.
Jamie's hip surgery or whatever's going
Whatever's
on
going
that's
on.
serious. We pray about it at the dinner table.
Right.
So that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Can't. If I could fix it, I'd be over there. I can't.
You can't put a Royce on it?
No. I want to show you my rake when you come over. I got to put a Royce on it. The head kept falling off.
What is it, Royce?
Just cobble it together so it works.
With what?
Anything.
How about duct tape, wire,
Yep.
Baylor twine.
Baylor twine? Those are the
Yep.
three.
So it is what it is.
All right.
All right.